this occasion, I will present about the audio has been given as a medium of active listening skill. Part 1. Sarah was asked by one of her co-workers why she always eats soup every day. Because according to Sarah, the soup is easy to make, and the co-worker asked Sarah to tell him the secret. Then Sarah explained, starting from buying chicken that has been cut, usually brown rice and vegetables. Then she cuts vegetables and put them together. Bring the water to a boil and add a little seasoning. Continue to add all the ingredients, add a little flavoring if necessary. Sarah's coworker asked again whether after it was cooked, left it outside or put it in the fridge. Usually Sarah adds a little and also puts it in a container for a week. But she waited for the soup to cool first, then she put it in the fridge. Sarah prefers to heat up her soup in the microwave. Sometimes she only makes 3 to 4 meals if she feels bored during the week. But if it was a really tasty kind and she wants to eat it every day, then she will make more. And finally, Sarah's coworker will try making soup next time. Part 2. There was a man who asked Renee where the cinema in the city center was near the hospital, because he's going out on a date on Saturday night. Then Renee told the man to write down the directions so as not to get lost. Renee said, "Go ahead. First drive down First Street, going west across the river and keep going straight until Pine Street. Then turn left, and the movie theater is the second building. The right is next to the church, second building on the right." After that, the man asked for a good restaurant recommendation, and Renee suggested going to Pink Flamingo because it provides really good Spanish food. Then she explained the directions. Starting from the movie theater, go south on Pine Street across 2nd Street and drive to 3rd Street. You'll see a parking lot on the left side of the street. Then turn left on 3rd Street and drive East Pink Flamingo, the building just before the river on the left side. According to Renee, the restaurant is open weekdays from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. but stays open until midnight on weekends. And lastly, this man asked where he could buy flowers to celebrate Jennifer's birthday. The only florist she knows is in front of the stadium on 2nd Street. Part 3. A sheepdog having a master who doesn't take care of him but often lets him suffer. The pig's hunger at last, he couldn't take it anymore. So he got up and left. On the way, he met a sparrow who said to him, "Why are you so sad, my friend?" And the dog said, "I'm so hungry and there's nothing to eat." Then the sparrow took the dog with him to go to town. When they got there, they stopped at a butcher's shop, and the sparrow was perched on a shelf and first looked carefully to see if anyone was watching it. He picked up and stretched the pole that lay on the edge of the rack until it finally fell. Then the dog picked it up and hurried off with him to the corner. But the dog felt lacking. He wanted bread, and the sparrow agreed. Even so, the dog still wanted more. So the sparrow took him to another shop and got it for the dog again. Whilst he slept, became by a carter with a cart drawn by 3 horses and loaded with 2 casks of wine. The sparrow, seeing that the carter didn't turn out of the way, but would go on in the track in which the dog lay, read the sparrow now. The bird, what harm can you do me? And passed on, but the sparrow crept under the tilt of the cart and pecked at the bung of one of the casks till she loosened it. And then all the wine ran out without the caress again at last. What an unlucky wretch! Cried he, not wretch enough yet, said the sparrow, as she alighted upon the head of one of the horses and pecked him, till he reared up and kicked. When the carter saw this, he drew out his hatchet and aimed a blow at the sparrow, meaning to kill her. Unlucky wretch that, he not wretch enough yet, said the sparrow. So that all the wine ran out. When the carter saw this, he again cried out, Miserable wretch that I am. But the sparrow answered, Not wretch enough yet, and perched on the head of the second horse, and picked him to the carter, ran up, and struck at her again with his hatchet. She began to pick him to the carter, struck again at the sparrow, but killed his third horse, as he had done the other 2. Alas, miserable wretch that I am, right, answered the sparrow as she flew away. He sitting upon the floor, eating up his corn, with the sparrow in the midst of them. Unlikely, wretch that I am, cried the carter, for he saw that the corn was almost all gone. Not wretch enough yet, said the sparrow. Think cruelty shall cause thy life yet. And the way she flew, the carter, seeing that he had lost all that he had, went down into his kitchen and was still not sorry for what he had done, but sat himself angrily and sulkily in the chimney corner. But the sparrow sat on the outside of the window. And cried Carter, They cruelly shall cost 3 the life with that. He jumped up in a rage, seized his hatchet, and threw it at the sparrow, but it missed her and only broke the window. Then he became mad and blind with rage and struck the window seat with such force that he cleft it into this. The sparrow flew from place to place. The carter and his wife was so furious that they broke all their furniture glasses. It shall cost thy life yet with that. So he gave his wife the hatchet and cried, Wife, strengthen the burden killer in my hand. And the wife struck, but she missed her aim and hit her husband on the head, so that he fell down dead, and the sparrow flew quietly home to her nest. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.